Oh, my heart. I just can't take it. It's little moments like this that really make this series amazing. What's up, everyone? It is Dylan from Class 1A bringing you another My Hero Academia Vigilantes chapter breakdown. This week we have chapter 112, The Old Timer. We open up the chapter back to Knuckle Duster, about to set off the building full of explosives with him and number 6 in it. Even like the little details here of him using different fuel and holding down 6 just to make sure he kills him is so totally Knuckle Duster. But right as he's about to set off the explosives, we see Soga pop in, who has already scoped out Knuckle Duster's plan and deactivated the bombs. Okay, wow, I was totally not expecting this from here. Like, I was thinking about all the different scenarios on how Knuckle Duster, might barely get out of it, or he might, just be on the brink of death and then die afterwards, but was not seeing Soga come in and disarm the bombs as a plausible thing here. Love it. I think this is the good timeline version of what possibly could have happened. I was so focused on all the bad stuff, Knuckle Duster definitely dying here, or maybe being on the brink of death and just barely talking to people as he's dying. I didn't even think about the possibility that it just didn't go off, which I think is perfect here because it shows that Soga is a true disciple of Knuckle Duster, knowing his plan before it even went to fruition. Now, I know what you might be thinking here. How did he have time to deactivate all the bombs by hearing the gunshot, running up, deactivating all of them, and then making up there in time, because it was 30 seconds maybe. Now, he didn't do this now, he did it before. So Soga, being a true disciple of Knuckle Duster, knew this plan. So whenever, I think it was 20 or 30 chapters ago, we saw that somebody broke into Koichi's apartment. Now, when Soga heard this, and he heard that someone broke into Koichi's apartment and took Knuckle Dusters, obviously everything clicked for him. He showed up to the site, found the bombs, and then deactivated them there. Not in those 30 seconds of him getting to the top, but, well beforehand. 6 then manages to get out of Knuckle Duster's clutches, and right when he thinks he might have his chance to get away, Koichi flies out of nowhere, grabbing number 6, and then flies off and out of the neighborhood. Now, this is just showing how well Soga and Koichi actually work together. I mean, they saw each other for 0.5 seconds maybe before they heard the gunshot, and then 30 seconds to a minute between then when they ran up the stairs, Soga distracted number 6, and then Koichi came over and flew and actually grabbed him. The coordination level on these two is just absolutely amazing. Now bloody, but alive, Knuckle Duster and Soga are looking to the sky, seeing Koichi and number 6 light up like a star in the night sky, flying away. Did you catch that? Soga calling Knuckle Duster Pops? Ugh, my heart. I just can't take it. It's little moments like this that really make this series amazing. We end the chapter from Koichi's point of view, which we see a classic number 6 explosion cliffhanger as they're flying away, creating a shooting star in the night sky. Okay, so the shooting star that we saw on Tamio's point of view in her panel last chapter was not All Might. It was in fact just this moment happening with Koichi and number 6. Overall, I'm just totally surprised by this. This is definitely a twist I wasn't expecting, but I'm so glad to see because it just shows how well this series is written. I mean, it is one thing to set up a story, and it's totally fine to go into a direction that you're expecting, a direction that makes sense for all these characters, but it's another thing to do that same thing, but add these twists in there that make you rethink where this story even is going, but all the characters feel like they're acting as they really would here. I love it so much. Now, what I think was really great about that twist is that yeah, Knuckle Duster could have been the martyr. He could have just, jumped on the metaphorical grenade here and exploded him in number 6, but that doesn't feel right for the series. It just doesn't feel like something Koichi would want to happen. Instead, it's going back to those themes of working together, taking this group, the Naruhata group, coming together as vigilantes and still defeating evil at the end of the day. And I love that they're still staying with that theme. And it also just really drives home the point that Knuckle Duster is this awesome character, we all love him, but he has that flaw. The flaw that he thinks he needs to do this all on his own, by himself. But Soga, being Knuckle Duster's disciple and greatest form here, is so much like him, but is also showing him the right path here. Don't be the martyr for us, let us help you here. Okay, and I think this all leads up to what happens from here. And honestly, I'm a little stumped on what even happens here. With that twist, it's anything is on the table at this point. So things that I think make sense for happening now is, one, we're gonna see that Koichi's gonna get and probably another upgrade. He's probably going to get, you know, something new and interesting with his quirk. Now, we saw that he could kind of deflect things with his quirk, and I think we're going to see that, but in a greater form. Probably something like Captain Celebrity's, like, big shields that we saw all over him. Koichi's going to have something like that here, which is going to be why he survives the explosion, you know, right next to number 6 in the air. I also think that this is going to end probably in just like a mano-a-mano fight, but I really don't know why they're leaving the city. So they're getting out of the city, out of Naruhata to like a more main part of the area, but like what happens there? Why are they leaving? I think the thing that makes the most sense is that they're going to run across somebody or something along the line. Because remember, the theme is not just, you know, doing things all on your own. It's about coming together as a group to defeat the evil. And I think there's something there that's going to happen that I don't think we can quite piece together quite yet. But at this point, like, we've been in this fight and we've been on the attack in Naruhata for quite a while now. I mean, the city's been without power, you know, the Anon have been attacking all over the place, and they've been mostly grouped up together again. The police are on the scene, and by this point, there should be word coming out of the city right now. Like, this might have been like a shorter time because like it feels like a really long time because it's a manga and it's, you know, written every 2 weeks. So we've been here for months, but the actual events have been like, I don't know, maybe a couple hours at the very most. So what you can really expect is some heroes are probably starting to hear there is at least something weird happening in Naruhata. And with Koichi flying across the sky, lighting it up like a shooting star near this area, it's going to set off some signals and people are going to gravitate towards whatever's happening in this area really soon. But regardless, this fight is just incredible. Like, it's so good, and I know it feels a little bit slow as we're going through it because it's every 2 weeks and chapters can be a little bit short, but like once this is all over, I would definitely recommend just going through and just read it straight through. Because it is actually a really amazing fight once you stack everything up together in one big chunk. It's so incredible, and I'm so excited to see how the series is going to wrap up because there's so much on the table, so many loose ends that we still need to get to, and I'm excited to see how it's all going to come together. But thank you all so much for watching. Here at Class 1A, we go into so much My Hero Academia content. We talk about Vigilantes, we talk about the main series, we talk about the anime, we talk about theories and crazy ideas that we might have. It's a real good time, so make sure you subscribe, like, and let us know if you want to see any other series that we cover here, because with My Hero Academia Vigilantes starting to wind down, we're going to pick up some new stuff pretty soon. But until then, I will see you all next class.